You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers, a team we've talked about a lot on this channel, mainly because of the Aaron Rodgers lead-up. But then you had a big trade the other day, of course, Jonnu Smith and Jalen Ramsey joining the Steelers, and Minkah Fitzpatrick heading back to the Dolphins, actually. A guy I like a lot, but he kind of had a down year last year. I was still surprised to see him go. All right, and I think the general feeling around is that the Steelers won that trade, right? And who knows what the hell the Dolphins are going to be. But who knows what the hell the Steelers are going to be, right? So we know a couple of things. We've got the betting lines, or at least the favorites. What games are the Steelers favored in? Was kind of surprised to see this, especially with the over/under being 8.5. And look, I think they're going to win 10 games. But I also believe Aaron Rodgers, I think he's going to have a bounce back year. All right. I think he's going to be quite a bit more healthier coming off that Achilles. You know, the prior history, when guys have these Achilles injuries, that first year back is, generally speaking, down. Is a down year. And then it's the year after that you see guys really come back. The difference is Aaron Rodgers is old. So I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't. His age is a big wild card in all this, right? So he's down there they're in Malibu right now. Got a little video, not of anything related to football, but of I guess you could say, Aaron Rodgers building rapport with his future teammate. Calvin Austin III is in Malibu. Ben Skowronek? Skowronek? Okay. I'm taking a stab at that name. 5 catches for the Steelers last year. Hell, I'm not going to lie to you. I watch football for a living. I had to go look the guy up. And I was like, son of a bitch. How do I not just know somebody's name? I mean, the Patriots signed Mac Hollins. I knew exactly who Mac Hollins was. This guy didn't know it. I was like, he was on the practice squad for the Texans at one time. Caught 39 balls for the Rams back in 2022. But there's some video of him dunking with Aaron Rodgers. Another slam.
I did not expect that.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers having fun. He said, I didn't expect that. I mean, how tall is this dude? How tall is the white boy? 6'3", 224. Yeah. If you're 6'3", you ought to be able to dunk. If you're a wide receiver, unless you're in the WNBA, it doesn't matter if you may be Brittany Griner. You can't seem to dunk in that league. Jesus. So anyway, he's there with Skowronek, Calvin Austin. The theory is that DK Metcalf, because Metcalf is already in that Malibu area, is also there. Pat Freiermuth is in attendance at this thing. And they're getting ready, of course, ahead of training camp, which is going to be coming towards the end of the month, right? And guys, we're 30 days from an NFL game. 30 days from the Chargers and the freaking Lions, I think. Hall of Fame game in Canton. We're closing in. So anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. That's the kind of stuff you do to build rapport on a team, though. Get out there, play a little hoops together. I like it. I do. Aaron Rodgers looks happy. He does. He is all smiles. Look, the the dirty secret around the league with the Packers and the Jets both, teammates love Aaron Rodgers. That whole thing about him being all like destroying locker rooms and being like, controversial in the locker room, yada, 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 that is all media driven. His teammates, they love the guy. So it's sort of weird. That's been a thing that's been put on Rodgers that's just not been true at all. If you really pay attention and listen to what was said, look, half the Jets locker room was pissed that they openly mad that they decided to move off Rodgers, that Aaron Glenn decided to move off Rodgers to Justin Fields. So that's something Aaron Glenn's gotta actually. If Justin Fields doesn't play as well as Aaron Rodgers played last year, well, hell, Aaron Glenn may lose the locker room before he even gets started. So here we go, right here. This is the games that the Steelers are favored in against the Jets, Seahawks, Browns, Colts, Dolphins, and at the Browns. Right here, no respect for Rodgers, no faith in Tomlin. Andrew Filipponi, 93.7 The Fan. Okay, I knew it was a radio station out there. Look, I'm in Texas, so I don't give a rip. But I'll tell you the ones that surprised me. And look, a lot. I talk about the Patriots a ton. They're sort of like my secondary favorite team. I'm a Niners fan, but I pull for the Patriots if they're not playing the Niners usually. But there's a lot of buildup with the Patriots. Mike Vrabel, Drake May taking a step, Stephon Diggs. I mean, New England radio is expecting, I listen to a lot of it every day, they're expecting 9 or 10 wins out of the Patriots as a bounce back. And they're penciling in this Steelers game as a win. I'm not so sure about that at all. I know it's in New England. I wouldn't count that automatically as a Patriots win. I wouldn't. Are we sure they can't beat the Packers at home? That's going to be a big fired up game right there. Sunday Night Football, Steelers. That stadium's going to be rocking. Do I think they can be competitive against the Chargers? Yeah. Against the Bears? I mean, we're counting that as a loss against the Bears. Look, there's part of me that believes, look, I'll believe it when I see it, that Caleb Williams is going to be what Caleb Williams is rumored to be, which is this all-world quarterback who I warned everybody about coming out of college. Was terrible against top 25 defenses. Holds on to the ball too long, but let's blame the offensive lineman on that. That was a problem coming out of college. All right? And Ben Johnson, he's the second coming. Yeah, you better be careful. He may be the second coming of Josh McDaniels as a head coach. I'm just saying. So, that Bears game, I think that Bears game is winnable. Right? I mean, we know Aaron Rodgers, he's butt effed the Bears to tears over the years. So, that's 1, 2, 3 more games right there. And in case you're wondering, well, what's the over-under? The over-under is 8.5. That's pretty much down the board. It's BetMGM, DraftKings, FanDuel, and Caesars. And if I was betting, I'd bet on the over on it. I think they're going to win 10 games, which means they're only favored in 6, so they'd have to find 4 victories in there somewhere. Again, I don't believe the Patriots that's a given win for the Patriots at all. To me, that is a total toss-up game. I really think the Steelers ought to be favored in that game, if I'm being 110% honest. Even with me thinking, I said the Patriots are going to win 10 games this year. But that Steelers game, I think there's a chance that's a loss, a real chance. Do I think the Steelers can beat the Packers? Yeah, I think the Packers are going to be good this year, but let's be honest. There's still a world where we're not sure what Jordan Love is, for sure. You know? So he's in a bit of a prove it kind of situation right now. Man, there is several really interesting storylines going into the season. Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, Shadur Sanders, and that entire Browns quarterback fiasco. The Patriots, how good are they going to be? Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams together. And if Caleb Williams is terrible, next year's another great quarterback draft. What will the Bears do? Surely they wouldn't give up on him. But if he's terrible, this next draft is going to be like not this year's draft, but last year's. Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Drake May, Bo Nix, Michael Penix. There is legitimately 4 to 6 first-round quarterbacks in the next draft. Man, the football season can't get here quick enough. Tell me what you think. What are the Steelers? A team that should be favored in only 6 games? I am calling mountains of horse shit on that. Jurassic Park dinosaur shit on that. And they're a 10-win team. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Before we jump in, make sure you go to our merch store. Our Make Basketball Great Again shirt and our newest shirt that just came out. Both shirts are brand new. The American Flag Skull Fever Enforcer shirt. And use promo code CC22 for 20% off.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.